I would say focusing on the fundamentals. Our fundamentals were strong. Your basics are right. I think moving from tier 2 to tier 1 it's not that difficult. Of course, there's going to be a learning curve.
When you took over, when you came into the company some 20 odd years ago, as you said, probably around 30-35 crores kind of turnover, it was still very small, right? So you were probably somewhere around between tier 1 and tier 2 kind of manufacturer. How did you break into the OEM market, and how did you convince the OEMs to actually accept you as a quality supplier and a reliable supplier?
Yeah, so when I joined the company, we were 30-35 crores in sales. We were definitely tier 2. We didn't have a single OEM customer at that point of time. But I think the very positive thing that we had at that point of time, as tier 2, we had built very good systems, very good quality control, very good manufacturing. We had already started investing in R&D in a big way. So the transition from tier 2, where we were suppliers to the tire industry, people like MRF, JK, Apollo, SEAT, Bridgestone, that was our customer profile when I joined the company in 2002, to becoming a supplier to companies like Maruti Suzuki, Hyundai, Tata Motors, Mahindra, and all the others. We have Honda, Renault, Nissan. Now almost, there's no automotive brand that doesn't buy products from us. Yeah, obviously it took time. It was a journey by itself. But I would say focusing on the fundamentals. Our fundamentals were strong. I would say you have to get your basics right. If your basics are right, I think moving from tier 2 to tier 1 it's not that difficult. Of course, there's going to be a learning curve. They're going to teach you more advanced systems. I think like Alok was saying, the Japanese companies that came into India through the 90s, they brought in really a lot of very good systems. They brought in a lot of knowledge. They brought in a lot of systems, right? And so when you start interacting with an OEM, they will also teach you. They will also bring you up to speed, right? So we were very lucky actually that they kind of pulled us up to the standard that they were expecting. But because our fundamentals were strong, we didn't find it that difficult. Yeah, so I guess it's a bit of both, and I think that shows how mature really the auto industry is. That when they want a supplier, when they need something, they have the ability to get it done. They have the ability to find a supplier, develop them, and then bring them into the supply chain. So I would really say I'm very grateful to the auto industry as an industry. And that's why it has such a huge impact on the economy, because these large OEMs, they do build that ecosystem around themselves. They build capabilities, skills, so they have a multiplier effect on the economy. So
one thing that you said is so correct, and it's not just true for the auto component industry, but for industry in general, any sector that you are in, sticking to the fundamentals, focusing upon quality and discipline. I think that is the three things that any entrepreneur needs to focus upon in case he has to go from one scale to the next scale. I think it's so critical because the world is changing, and the world is changing rather rapidly.